Welcome back, painting friends. Today we're going to paint a nice spring bookshelf. Colors you're going to need, there's a lot. Brown, black, white. I've got a light green and a dark green. Pink, yellow, red, teal, blue, light blue, and purple. I always have my favorite 4 brushes in the studio, my 1-inch flat brush, my 10, 6, and 1 round brush. Don't forget to have a cup of water and a rag for keeping those brushes clean. So let's get started. Now you can make your bookshelf any shape you want, okay? I'm going to have mine just be a rectangle around the edge with 1 shelf in the middle. But you can always add extra vertical shelves or extra horizontal shelves, whatever floats your boat. To do this, I'm gonna grab my 1-inch flat brush and I'm just going to paint a rectangle on the edge of my canvas with brown paint. And again, you can change the color of the wood of your bookshelf also. Maybe you want it to be green, totally fine. So I'm just gonna paint a rectangle all the way around the edge and then put my bookshelf, trying to decide, I think I'm gonna make it right here, center there. With that done, I didn't really have to wash my brush off too much, but I am gonna grab some watered down black paint, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of a darker area to this background here. So I'm just adding a little bit of water on there because I don't need it to be super dark. I just wanna show that there's a back to my bookshelf. So with my base colors finished, I'm now gonna grab my number 6 round brush. And I could do a couple of things. I can make a light brown color by just adding some brown and white together. And I can make some really nice wood grain on my bookshelf. I can also go in with a little bit of black and add some black lines. Again, just to kind of add to that wood grain look. So now it's time to add some wood grain. And what I like to do when I make my wood grain is I like to start with some of these waves, okay? So you can really do these any way you want, but again, just a little bit of a lighter brown color. And I'll put a couple of ovals in there, or I'll make a couple of really long lines with that light brown color. And then I'll fill in just a couple of areas with that black paint. The last step on our background is now I'm going to take a little bit of white paint and just add a couple of highlights right along some of these bumps. I'm just going to take a little bit of white and add a little extra. I don't need to press down too hard on my brush. I want it to be pretty light and delicate on the edge of some of these lighter areas. Okay, let's let this dry. When we come back, we will add in our next layer. With a dry background, it's now time to lay out our book. So I've got my 1-inch flat brush. I love this brush, especially for a project like this, because you can make your books like the same length all the way across. Magic, right? So since I have such a dark background, I am going to kind of lay my books out first. You can have your books laying down at like a horizontal, or you can have them standing up tall. You can make them different sizes, like top to bottom, and you can even make them like, really big fat books, a lot of juicy stuff in them. So you got lots of choices, okay? But your first job is just to go through, lay your books out. Maybe even want a book that's gonna like lean up against another book. So lay out your books, see how you want them to be stacked, and then it is time to add color. So once all your books are on there, then it's time to add your color. Now, that's what all of these extra colors are for. Have fun with your colors. Do whatever you want to do with them. I like to put my colors on when it's still a little bit wet because I really want it to be a little bit more of a lighter, more pastel-y palette for this. So if your picture is drying, you can always add your color and then grab a little bit of that white and kind of stick it right on top, and it really helps mute it down. I am a big fan of doing like 2 books of one color before I switch my color on my brush. That way I'm not having to wash my brush off consistently. So go ahead and add in all of the colors of your books, and then we'll talk about details and decorations. Before we let this go and dry, we are going to add some bumps to the ends of our books. So for example, for my yellow book, I'm just going to add a small little curve to one end. That way it looks like the book has some form to it. So just a small little bump on the top of each of these. Then we are going to let this dry. And when we come back, we will add our details and all of our flowers. So with my books finished, now it's time to add some fun details. Details on your book can be anything from drawing like a little design on the side, to adding like a little design on the edges. I've seen some books that have like really intricate bindings to them. And so you can just kind of make your book any way you want. I'm going to use black and white. And I'm just going to add things like rectangles, maybe even a couple that I might add like some scribbles to. Like maybe this is the writing on the book is like a little scribble, but I'm not actually going to write any words. If you want to write words, you can. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to add all of those details as well as a couple of leafy things. So when I say leafy things, what I mean by that is I'm going to take some green, and I've got two different greens. I've got a light green and a dark green. And I'm going to maybe put like a little plant up here. So I might have a little leafy thing that kind of comes down this way. And on that leafy thing, I can take my number 6 round brush and just kind of set my brush down. And it makes a beautiful shape of a greenery. So I'm going to add some greenery on here. I'm going to add my book designs on here. I'm also probably going to add a couple of flowers on here. So like I said, this is a spring picture. So watch how I'm going to do this. Again, number 6 round brush. I'm going to grab some white paint and I'm going to make just a scribble of a circle. So I want it to be kind of bumpy around the edges, okay? A little bit of a scribble. Then I can take a color that's on my palette, any color I want, and I'm going to do that again with that color on it. I can wipe my brush off. I can grab that same color, and I can then kind of add some curved lines to help it look more flower-esque. Right on the edges, adding some of those curved lines of that same color. And then I can even add a small amount of black curved lines to it, or even a little bit of a highlight line. The last thing I'm going to show you before I jump into my super speed is I did tell you I'm going to put like a little plant up here. So I'm going to make like a curved edge of a nice big bowl. Maybe a little curve at the top of it. I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. I'm going to add some more of these green bits falling out of it. I also have a couple of other bookshelf videos. You can always look at those and get some ideas. I've got one for Halloween that's got some candles and some creepy things. So definitely look at my other bookshelves and see if there's something you want to add to yours that I am not adding to this one. So now that you see all the different things I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into my fast painting mode, and you are going to get to see the end result. I'll take a little bit of light blue and put it at the base of this just so it looks like there's like a little shadow to it. All right, speed time, let's go. All right, let me show you things I added in while I was painting. So these little flower or these little petals right here, super simple. All they are is a smiley face with a frowny face. So they're just like a little football shape. And then I added a small amount of white just to the tippy top of it. So that's what those are. The other thing I added before I told you about it, because I just kind of went with my gut, is some little white flowers. So I'm just taking my number 6 round brush, and these little white flowers are essentially like a star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little spots. And then I took the back of the brush and I added a yellow spot in the middle. So super, super, super simple. You can also add any kind of flowers that you want to this. You don't have to just add the ones that I showed you. So have fun with that when you're doing it. But now that I am finished showing you those things, your job now is to kind of take a step back, look at your image, see if there's anything you want to add. Maybe you realize that there's something super boring about one of your books, and so you want to add a little doodle to it. Maybe you realize that you want to have some more words on your book. So this is the time to add any of your final details. Also, this is the time to take a little bit of white paint and add small little highlights. So maybe like the corner of your bookshelf, you want to add a small little white highlight. I really like highlighting where the corners of things are. I just feel like it helps read a little bit better what you have going on. And when you get to a point where you think you are finished, your job is to take a color that's going to show up on your canvas and sign your name. Remember, I never get to see what you're painting at home unless you take a picture of it and post it on my Facebook page, Painting with a Purpose. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Painting with a Purpose, so you are kept up to date on all of my tutorials. And remember, as always, stay kind, stay creative, and stay safe. Have a great day, friends. Bye now.